Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California, is back in the news, and recently he gave an interview to Politico, Politico's off-message podcast to be specific, and he said some pretty fascinating things about the issue of climate change and these big oil companies that have been getting away with pretty bad behavior. And keep in mind, Arnold Schwarzenegger still identifies as a Republican, but when it comes to big oil companies, he wants to get tough and he actually wants to file a lawsuit against them. He explains the details in the next video. Take a look.
I think it is also important that for people to really focus on that issue, because this is no different than the smoking issue. The tobacco industry knew for years and years and years and decades that smoking would harm people, would kill people, would create cancer, and they were hiding that fact from the people and denied it. And then eventually they were taken to court and they had to pay hundreds of billions of dollars because of that, because they knew. So the same thing is now with the oil companies. The oil companies, because people don't know that, but the oil companies knew from 1959 on, they did their own study and knew there will be global warming and climate change happening because of fossil fuels. And on top of it, it will be risky for people's lives, that it will kill people and they will get cancer and all this. All of this stuff, the oil companies knew, and they kept hiding it from the people. This is why we are now talking to law firms to go and do exactly the same thing as they've done in the tobacco industry, where we sue the oil companies for knowingly killing people all over the world.
So he uses very strong language. Later on, he says this, and I quote him, "To me, it's absolutely irresponsible to know that your product is killing people and not have a warning label on it like tobacco. Every gas station on it, every car should have a warning label on it. Every product that has fossil fuels should have a warning label on it."
I like this other quote too. He said, if you walk into a room and you know you're going to kill someone, it's first-degree murder. I think it's the same thing with the oil companies. I've never seen anyone in public office talk that way. Now, he's of course no longer governor, but that's a former governor of the largest state in the union.
A former Republican governor, and he still identifies as a Republican. And I listened to the whole podcast because I thought it was fascinating. And people accuse him of being Republican in name only. He's like, no, I'm a Republican. I don't know why this turned into a partisan issue, but we should be protecting, Americans' health. We should be protecting the environment. And I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I really respect him for standing his ground on this issue because it is important.
So when Schwarzenegger was governor, I disagreed with him on dozens of things. He is an actual Republican, and like most Republicans, the thing he cares most about was tax cuts. Why? Because he's rich. Yeah. But he has credibility in this respect for two reasons. One, he's not doing it for the money. He's extremely wealthy, so they can't say to him, "Oh, you're just suing just to get rich," right? And two, he's a Republican, so it's harder to make the case that it's some sort of partisan attack on the oil companies. But putting the politics aside for a second, it's bold, it's courageous, and I appreciate it. And he's right. They knew all the way back then, and I did a story about it a while back when new records were released from companies like ExxonMobil, and back when Exxon, which before the merger, had done their research, and the research clearly indicated, yes, it will cause climate change. Yes, it will be incredibly harmful to the planet. And they were like, yeah, let's not make that public, okay? So they knew all along. They knew for decades and decades and decades as they denied and denied it, and then they paid politicians to deny it for them. So, I mean, that's another crime. It's the crime against democracy. And they took all those trillions of dollars in profits from all those years, from those decades. Look, these are the most profitable companies in the world, and they've been the most profitable companies in the world for a long, long time. And all that money they already took home. They already built mansions. They already built, got their yachts and all that stuff. Rex Tillerson, who just left as Secretary of State, used to be the CEO of ExxonMobil. He hilariously fought against fracking in his backyard because it was next to his mansion, even though ExxonMobil was one of the biggest frackers in the country, okay?
Of course.
So they took all the money already and they put all the costs on us. I mean, the Arctic was 45 degrees warmer than average the other day. I mean, you look at every chart, it's got temperatures soaring, it's got oceans rising. And so guys like Schwarzenegger, for all the other things we disagree with him on, looks at it and goes, well, whether we like it or not, that's science, and I got children and grandchildren on this planet. And those oceans are gonna rise. They are in the middle of rising now. It's the severe weather isn't going to happen at an undetermined later time. It's happening right now. California was just on fire for an extraordinarily long period, way longer than fire season normally goes on, way more severe, let alone the hurricanes you all saw last year. So it's real, and they took all the money at a bare minimum. Suing them to get the money back for the American people and people worldwide is the least we could do. If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.